everyone, welcome to another production vlog, as it's already undoubtedly obvious here. I just wanted to take a little bit of time out of my fantastic day here, fantastic week even. Couldn't have asked for a better week with everything that we had going on here. Was running around town, doing some more errands, getting flyers up, getting some B-roll footage for stuff that's in the future, and a lot of other things that were going on, but I'll discuss all of that stuff in a little bit. Anyway, on to the main topic. As I discussed last week, I was put on as a videographer and an editor for a short film. Some local actors and a local director got in contact with me. We filmed all of Wednesday. It was an absolute blast. I loved every minute of it. I can't tell you how excited I am to have that perfect combination of being exhilarated beyond belief and ecstatic whenever you're on set, doing what you love, having that passion fill you, and then being absolutely exhausted and drained whenever you get home because you put it all on the floor there. With that, I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to start showcasing a little bit more into what I promised, and that would be a little more insight into the filmmaking and the videography world for those that aren't necessarily involved with it. I wanted to showcase maybe the mindset that you should have when going onto a set, all the process that goes on while you're on set and after on post. For now though, I just wanted to talk about the mindset, how you should prep yourself while on set, before you're on set, and even afterwards. Just kind of stuff that I think of whenever I'm about to be on a shoot, and you can undoubtedly take this stuff. I use it for filmmaking, but you can take it and put it onto something else. Whatever your field of work is, undoubtedly, these are just common basic knowledge that you should probably use to just get yourself zoned in on whatever kind of focused work that you're gonna do. First off, what I think about before I get onto a set, what I think about days before I'm on set actually, is just knowing what my purpose is. Why am I being there on set? Why did they hire me out? What is my job position? And what does that entail for the other people that are a part of that job? You don't want to be that person that's on set kind of just loofing about, not knowing what they're supposed to do, because that's just bad mojo for the set in general, and it's bad mojo for you. No one's going to want to hire a person that doesn't know what they're doing. So make sure that you sit down, you look up the exact details of what the person that hired you wants you to do, and you give yourself ample time to get into the zone to be in. That is my purpose. That is what I'm here to do, and I'm going to fulfill that purpose to the utmost of my capabilities. Second off, time. Time is a commodity that's always being taken away from us, no matter how much we want it not to be. So you want to make sure that you're using it to the best of your abilities. Usually that means that beforehand, people are going to have a shooting script or a shot list encompassing everything that they want to get done with the day. In fact, I actually wrote up one on Wednesday, or before Wednesday actually, and I made sure that everyone was detailed on what was actually going on with that. I'm sure you probably can't tell what's going on there, but I took the script, went line by line, scene by scene, and did a just written out storyline of what everything's going to be going on there. Then I Roman numeraled it based on the shots that would be the hardest to the easiest. I wanted to give ourselves plenty of time to do the harder shots, so we did those first, so that way the easier shots could be done later on in the day when everyone's already exhausted and they just want to have a little bit more relaxation in mind. Then after that, as we were going on throughout the day, I would cross out each one that we got through, and then we would be on a very single-minded tracked gateway to getting the best kind of efficiency possible. Of course, that necessarily doesn't always go as planned, so you have to also, number 3, be flexible. You don't want to be just caught in this rigid timeline here and not know what to do when something just, kind of goes kaput on you. Another example, unfortunately, the set that we had for Wednesday also had to have some cleaning crews put into it. Some cleaning ladies came in about an hour into us setting up. We didn't know what to really do, because then we had 2 hours off where we were waiting for them to be done vacuuming, cleaning, that kind of stuff. So, and you can't shoot while someone's vacuuming, otherwise that kind of noise is just going to be awful going on. So what we did instead is I went through my shot list still, making sure that everything was organized the way that it could be. The actors got together, ran through their lines, made sure that the director was helping them showcase what was the best imaginable portrayal of the piece in question. and we did the best that we could with the situation that was handed to us. So with all that, make sure that you're keeping on time with everything, because it is a commodity, but also be flexible with that time, because you never know what's going to happen. Another thing to keep in mind, especially if you're one of the higher ups in the production process, is you want to make sure that you have that perfect combination of focused yet relaxed. And that's really easy to say, but it's never easy to do. And I struggle with it all the time. But I have to make sure to tell myself that in order to get any kind of work done, even when stuff is crumbling down around us, you have to keep that kind of tranquility of pure focus yet relaxed nature on yourself, because otherwise it's going to creep into the rest of the production, especially if you're like a director, a DP, an assistant director, anything like that, anything that is higher up and is with the pure management side of the production. If people start seeing you squabble, freak out, anything like that, they're going to start doing it, and then that's going to make just a bunch of dominoes start falling one after the other, and you're not going to be able to pick it up as easily as if it were just one little crumble happening. So make sure that you just try to stay as calm and relaxed as possible, while also having that focused, pure attention to detail. Again, really hard to do, but ultimately will help the process out immensely. And one last thing, whether you're in filmmaking, you're in a top tier business, anything like that, you just want to be the example. You don't want to be the exception. Anytime that I am on a set, especially if it's a big crew or a small crew, especially with a small crew, because so many people are tripling or quadrupling up on their duties, I want to be the first one to be there on set and the last one to leave. I want to make sure that people know my dedication to the cause, and that I'm willing to, if it comes down to it, step in, help someone out with a job that's not necessarily mine, but make sure that the production overall is going to be better because I stepped in for it. That doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be there at all times. If your assistant director or anyone that is in charge of the management of the entire crew tells you to leave, by all means leave, because you are more than likely going to be on set for several days. You're going to be tired. You're going to be exhausted numerous times because of the pure amount of energy that you're putting into the set. So if someone tells you to leave, you should go. You should be able to refuel yourself so that next day you are giving the same amount of energy that you were giving that day. Just make sure that they know that you're dedicated to the cause, because if you're dedicated, not only does that mean that you're helping the cause, more than likely they're going to want you to help with the cause again. With that said, I'm going to wrap up here. I just talked about 100 words a second, so I'm really sorry for giving you that 15 consonant pile up right there. As you know, I get really excited whenever it comes to anything filmmaking, even if it's talking about the mindset going into productions. And I want to make sure that I'm giving all that information to you all, my audience, in a way that is deliverable, but also somewhat bite-sized. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for some more details, tutorials, and of course, stay tuned for the next coming weeks regarding this short film. I'm putting out a couple of teasers, hopefully, just to give an idea of what it was like working on the set. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.